Hey people, NicoLoco back again with another video. It's been ages since I made a video for you guys. So I was thinking that I'm gonna log to my camera while I'm talking, put the production tab on like you've been requesting. I'm gonna update you on what's been happening. As you guys might know, I've been running some tutorial stuff since I got into Diamond, just been trying to help out the lower level people, and at the same time I've been trying to help myself. It's been a really long battle, but I did finally get to Master League, yay! So I was promoted and went into a new division, and I haven't been able to play. I'm working a lot. I have my son here for 2 weeks on his vacation, so I haven't been able to play. I dropped down to like bottom master, but I'd say that my skill doesn't justify any higher rank. Ranks really don't mean anything, but I'd say that being in Master League is a testament to what I've been able to accomplish. And for you to totally understand this, I started the game out in Bronze League. I've never played the game before. I've never played Brood War, and it's just commitment and practicing. So we're gonna cast a game for you. I'm gonna tell you a bit more about what I've been doing aside from working. I joined a team as I am a caster for a Norwegian StarCraft 2 team called Gamers League. You can find us on gamersleague.no. I'm also trying to get into the player roster, but we have some seriously good players, and I don't think I'm going to be able to break into that player roster anytime soon. I will be practicing with them and trying as hard as I can to get better, but they just have such a huge advantage on me when it comes to skill. Some of them have previous experience with RTS games, and some are just goddamn good naturally. Okay, so TvZ. Don't remember what the name of this map is. Hyphen Peaks, I think. I decided not to wall off because I'm going for a Reaper expand opening, and with that opening I'll be able to put a supply depot here and wall off. You'll see how I wall off later. Just want to get those extra minerals out of those SCVs. As you can see, I have everything going spot on. First creep out, clearing out the scout, and just going to the watchtowers to take a look around. What is my Zerg opponent doing here? We have Demon in the bottom left corner, which is my feared opponent. Now I'm going to show you this replay because this just I get pretty sloppy in the end of the game just because I know I'm winning, and I think I slipped my macro up. I haven't played in quite a while, so basically this opening is pretty damn good, and it's good in TvT and it's really good in TvZ. The follow-ups are slightly different in the matchups, but to be honest, they're almost exactly the same. You get out 2 Reapers in this build, clear the watchtowers. As you can see, he has an overload here, so he knows exactly what I'm up to. He knows I'm not rushing him or anything like that, and I know he's got an expansion up. So I'm not too worried about anything, but just wanting to wall off as soon as I can, as a metabolic boost will finish, and that might cause me some problems. And walling off with my scouting SCV here, and with the command center, putting on 2 more barracks, still off 1 gas, and getting that super quick combat shield upgrade. Now this build is not new in any way or form. I'm going to put myself to away. I'm so busy. This build isn't unique in any sort. I'm not saying that I made it up, but those 2 Reapers, they'll give you a lot of map control early on until metabolic boost completes, and you can jump up and down these cliffs here to not let him have the towers. But I want to get in and see if I can do any damage. And if we look at the income tab, he is at 20 drones, and if I'm able to kill, maybe he has a 23 now. So let's see if I'm able to kill, and we get 1 drone, 2, 3, 4. And then we eventually get 5 drones for 2 Reapers. I'm pretty happy about that. I should have kept them alive, but it was nice timing. His combat shields, his metabolic boost did complete, so those Reapers weren't going to be of great effect. I'm not going to put any add-ons on these, but I'm going to put down my factory. And as I've been telling you earlier, the timing to get your second gas as Terran is when you start your factory. It's just something you can rely on. It's poking up here. It's something you can rely on, like common timing. Obviously there will be different builds that will vary, but usually you'll get your second gas after the factory, and that's what I'm doing here. You can see I just started mining from it, as opposed to this one where I've been mining quite a bit. Getting that starport and a quick reactor while I'm researching Stim, and you'll see the timing of this is just it just links up so well with how you want to play the game. I'm not taking my expansion yet, even though I'm oversaturated here. Well, actually, I'm just perfectly saturated according to Blizzard, but yeah, we've been talking about that earlier as well. And the peak saturation is not at this point. You will see SCVs jumping around, looking for free mineral patches, getting my expansion, putting down 3 bunkers. I might have been able to scout that I didn't have to get those 3 bunkers, but to be honest, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I've been saving up a mule or 2, don't want to drop too many mules in my main, and then just clearing out his scouting Zergling. Now he does feel pretty safe, he has map control, he's droning up his 2 bases, and he is getting a lair. Now the lair timing is what you want to get ahead of with this build. And if you look at my 2 medevacs popping now, you'll see me immediately lift these medevacs up, fill these medevacs up, I'm sorry, and send them on the happy way. This one will be going all the way, I guess, down here, and he's just rallied all the way to here. And the other medevac is going the other way. He's going all the way here and rallied to this base. At the same time, I want to start producing siege tanks, getting double gas on my expansion, and just leaving some marines here. Looking at the time, I know I need to start worrying about mutalisks at around 10 minutes, 10:30. That's at least when you want to start preparing for it. And just keeping SCV production up, and now these drops are going to come in. He will spot this drop, and that is actually good for me, because when you come with double drops, you want him to look at the minimap, spot that drop, and maybe he'll miss this drop coming in here. And if you look here, he starts link production, his spire is going down here, and I'm able to clear out some of these lings. He's pulling all his lings to defend this drop, and at the same time I'm dropping here. You see the double drop here, and as soon as I'm taking damage here, I'm just going to lift off and leave my medevac there, and I'm going to kill a lot of drones here. I think I actually want to go back and look at, we can actually just look at the workers killed. I've killed 22 drones, and you'll see here that the positioning I'm taking behind the mirror line doesn't allow for him to actually come up and take these marines down. At the same time, dropping my marines back here, will be sniping the spy, and that is a huge win. That is going to let me have a lot of air dominance for quite a while. He has 1 mutalisks coming out, and that is not going to be of any large damage to me. I should have been watching these guys. I did not need to lose these marines. It's 6 or 7 marines that you just don't want to lose. And at the same time, if you look at my macro now, it has been slipping pretty bad. Over 600 minerals, 800 minerals. I'm not producing medevacs, and I'm getting my 3rd base, putting down an extra supply depot. A nice way to spend those minerals. You won't be able to spend them if you just start queuing up marines in these barracks and so on, and making 2 medevacs and a siege. Oh boy, that was a mistake. I've probably just been pressing 6S, and at the same time I am microing this. My APM around 140, not very high, but it is. I am at a place now. I feel if I can just add on around 30 to 40 more APM, I'll be able to keep these minerals low. And if you look at the supply differential, that drop did huge damage. I am way ahead in tech now. He's got 3 bases, but he's got 1 muter with 12 hit points. And if we go back to the production tab, you can see him remaking his queens and getting a baneling's nest. I'm putting down a lot of missile turrets here, even though I know I sniped that spire. I want to be safe, and I want to be wary of what he can potentially throw against me. And I know now that the only thing he can have will be speedlings, and eventually there will be banelings, because he knows he has to do something with those marines. This is a pretty scary force moving out. At the same time, my 3rd is going to complete, and you'll see again my minerals skyrocket here, but this is what I'm saying. I was now pretty sure I'd won the game. I could have just pushed in here and easily won the game. He didn't have baneling speed, and he didn't have a lot of banelings either. But I felt like I wanted to wait for a scan so I could clear out these creep tombs. I don't really agree with moving in on creep at all. I think you should stay away from that, and if you just look, there's a small thing you want to do. If you want to stim to reach this creep tumor, you don't actually need to stim your entire army, as you'll see. If you look at these marines here, I'm going to stim 2 of them, snipe that creep tumor, and I'll still have a lot of energy on my medevacs. And as you see again, sniping that creep tumor with a small force, trying to move away. I should just have pulled all the way back, but losing all my marines, I was totally fine with that. As you can see, my minerals are skyrocketing. I should be putting down additional barracks, and I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I will as soon as I've saturated this space. And as you can see now, I'm trying to play as quickly as I can, but even then, you know, with 3 bases, trying to put on constant pressure, it is really, really hard to be able to apply that pressure while macroing solidly. And you'll see now that I will probably be queuing up some units. I have 2 SCVs there, marines, and building 3 more barracks and getting upgrades. Something I used to neglect before, but something that really has helped me past that platinum diamond stage is just staying even with your opponent on upgrades. And as you can see, he does have 1-1, but he can't afford to upgrade anymore. Spreading my tanks properly here, he won't actually be able to fight this cost effectively. Even though my siege tanks are weak, I should have repaired them. I should have left at least this tank all the way in the back and maybe had this tank all the way in the front, but I didn't think too much of it. Now I'm rallying my units all the way here, so that when he decides to engage me, I will have reinforcements coming. Putting down those barracks, as you can see. Still leaving these bunkers. I might as well have left 1 or 2 marines in these bunkers here, just because a zone run by would be annoying, but I'm feeling very confident in putting my 3rd as an orbital command as well. Spending my minerals again, and oh, you can see that. I actually don't want to show you that, but I'll have to show you. I'm using all my marines here because I'm not looking at them, and what you'll notice is I didn't have these guys hotkeyed properly, and that is why I lost all those guys. If I had them hotkeyed properly, I would have been able to switch to them quickly. I wasn't too worried. I knew I was putting serious hurt on him. I knew he was contained in his own area, and just pulling 1 SCV to make a missile turret and a sensor tower here eventually. I won't be needing a missile turret, but he has remade his spy, but he won't be able to make any mutalisks because he doesn't have any minerals. And now I'm still not producing any SCVs here. I don't know why I'm not doing that. I think I understood I won the game, but you really should never let your macro slip, even though you know you're winning the game. It's just pointless. I should have been putting down a 2nd engineering bay, should have been putting down an armory, a 4th base, and if I would have done that, and a ghost academy, definitely a ghost academy. And if I would have done that, I would have been on 0 minerals and less gas, and that would have been much more beneficial. These minerals were never spent, and yeah. This was just a short game I played on ladder today for 5 minutes ago. I thought I would cast it for you guys just so you could see. If you want to follow my casts for Gamers League, you should just go on gamersleague.no. We cast Mondays, we cast a weekly Game Creds Cup where a lot of top players have played. Nurture won the first time we casted, and this time around Millennium's Stefano won. So a lot of good players, our own players have been competing. GL seriously beating Nurture in the first round of this tournament that was on Monday, and that was an awesome game. So just stay tuned, guys. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the videos if you like them, come with requests if you have anything specific you want to see. I'm working on a different style in my TVP, so if you want to see some of that, you might just drop me a message or tweet me, and I guess I'll see you around. Bye.
Chichin, pui, pui.